Hey guys, what's going on? It is Chris here once again. Man, it's been a couple days since I got to do a video for you guys. Anyway, we are going to be looking at the main slate for Week 6 of the NFL. I will probably have a Sunday night video for a single game and then Monday night um, as well, since there is a two-gamer on Monday night. Um, yeah, there's no Thursday night football. Obviously, got played on Tuesday, so a little weird for sure. Not having NFL for a couple days. Didn't really know what to do. Um, so yeah. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna look at the main slate today as normal. If you want to get in on our NFL 150 lineups for single game, we are still doing that. That is $15 per week. If you want to get in on that, we'd love to have you guys. That's basically the only sport really going on right now. Baseball's almost done, and obviously basketball just got into the off season. Unfortunately, hopefully we get that back and in January or somewhere around there. But as for now, this is what we got. So if you want to get in, we'd love to have you guys. We also have our normal lineups. If you're not interested in the 150, just interested in main slate, we would love to have you for that as well. So yeah, message us on our Twitter, and we'll help you guys out as much as we can. So let's get into it. Denver and New England. This is the one that got postponed. 44.5 here. Got New England by 9. I don't have a lot in this one. I guess you can look at Damian Harris. That's the only one at running back I'd look at, but I don't have anyone in this game. I really don't. Maybe look at a New England defense, but that's it. I'm just gonna skip this game. I have um, nobody in that one. Houston and Tennessee should be a little bit better of a game. We have Houston by 3 and a 53.5 total. So I don't mind attacking both sides of this one. Obviously, Tennessee's defense is a little bit better than Houston here, so I do expect Tennessee to be very popular just because of what they did last week against Buffalo. So right away, don't mind Watson and Tannehill. Watson has more upside. Tannehill, he's just more of an all-around kind of guy. He's either going to get you go off for you, or he's going to get you 19 to 22. So don't mind him. 7,300 against Houston at a 53.5 total. Yeah, definitely could save some money with Ryan. Watson is 82, a little bit more, but he's been half decent as well. The first time with a new coach, he had 26. Almost 27 there, so 359 yards, so definitely don't mind that. Henry should be popular. Don't mind going there if you have the money for him. I think Corey Davis is still going to be out. Like I said, I didn't look at any of the news, so I apologize. Um, yeah, I think he's still going to be out. So AJ Brown should still be in a pretty good spot. If you don't want to go Fuller, I still think I do want one or two parts of this Houston side. Like I said, I don't mind a full game stack here, so Brandon Cooks could be worth a shot as well. John Newsmith, one of the best. Only 5,800. One of the best tight ends that I'm liking here today. So I mean for Sunday, so I straight up love Houston and Tennessee. Game stack, obviously, most people are going to favor Tennessee when they're stacking, but definitely don't mind them, both of them. All right, Cleveland and Pitt, we have a 51 total, and Pittsburgh by 3 in this one. Not too into the passing here. Running backs, Hunt should be pretty good. James Conner, I would probably go Conner over Hunt, just to maybe ownership. I still think he's pretty good here. Like I said, both these defenses aren't too bad, but they're not the greatest against the run. So it's honestly up to you guys. Like I said, Nick Chubb's going to be out for a little bit, so Hunt is the main guy there. But honestly, it's up to you. Both those guys are in pretty good spots. I don't have too much wide receiver. You can look at Claypool, who'll be popular, but I don't have a ton in this one. Ebron could be worth a look, but overall, I don't have anyone. The ones I'm interested in is Hunt and James Conner. We have Baltimore and Philly, 46.5. Once again, I don't really have anyone in this game. Um, the only one I guess is Marquise Brown. You could look at him, have decent targets, but not too much. I feel like if Baltimore gets up early, they're just gonna chill. So don't have anything for that one. Washington and the New York Giants. I guess you can look at Washington's defense in this one against the Giants. These guys are just awful, and overall, Washington, they're not worst defense out there. I know on paper they haven't been doing too good here, but for the most part they've been playing some pretty good offensive teams there. So against the Giants, I do expect Washington's defense to be relatively popular for a cheap punt play. Antonio Gibson could be worth a look for sure. He was doing pretty good. Had a bad one there against the Rams, but receiver and running back, so don't mind a little bit of him. That's mostly it there. Atlanta and Minnesota should be a popular one. Minnesota by 4. Keep in mind, Minnesota, they only have one win on the year. So let me see. I really don't mind both sides of this. Obviously, people are going to target Minnesota because Atlanta has been just sucking really bad. So I think you can get a little bit of ownership leverage on that side of Atlanta. So I don't mind Ridley and Hurst and Ryan combo if you want to go GPP. Obviously, it's in cash games. You got Cousins, Thielen, Justin Jefferson should be in a solid spot. And then, obviously Alexander Masterson. Uh, so anyway, I don't mind him. I messed his name up. I know that. But anyway, as we know, Cook's out, so he's going to be very popular, at least 75, 80% owned. So yeah, targeting that one quite a bit. Another GPP-ish play you could go is Irv Smith Jr. Finally got some targets and stuff like that. Atlanta's not that great against tight ends. I think most people go Kyle Rudolph, but I feel like maybe Smith gets a couple more touches here. We'll have to see. Detroit, Jacksonville. Don't mind both quarterbacks. I'd probably rather have Stafford, but both of them are in play. James Robertson in play. Kenny Galladay, Marvin Jones. Those guys are all in play as well. And obviously Hawk. So straight up, I think people are going to go Detroit for good reason. And maybe James Robertson in a one-off as well. Detroit not that great against running backs, so should be a good one. I'll have a lot of exposure to that one for sure. Cincinnati and Indy, I don't have a ton. Colts defense, I'm looking at. Mm, Maybe Jonathan Taylor. That's really it I have in this one. I don't have a ton. Taylor's more of a cash game. I don't see a ton of upside. So yeah, I'm not too into that one. Chicago, Carolina. Um, I guess you could look at Allen Robertson, probably the big boy that I like in this one. Look at his targets, man 13, 10, and 16. Just insane. So obviously he's a really good DraftKings play, but overall don't mind him. Carolina, that's where they struggle on defense is against the wide receiver core. So don't mind going that way. Jimmy Graham could be a GPP play as well. And then Mike Davis and David Montgomery. Don't mind these guys. Um, wasn't too high on David, but like I said, he's getting some passes out of the backfield. Good DK play as well with that PPR, and obviously only $5,900. A lot of people are going to go Mike Davis, but I think Montgomery could get close to him in scoring. Jets in Miami. You could look at Fitzpatrick and Gaskins in this one. Um, yeah, Jets aren't that bad of a defense against the running, but Gaskins going to get a little bit of the workload. You can look at Preston Williams. He had a pretty good one last week, but only had 5 targets. Definitely worried about that. I don't know how much they really need to throw in this one. I don't think New York's really going to keep up with them. But like I said, Miami's defense ain't the greatest, but not the worst either. And I don't mind going Dolphins if you want to go that way in a GPP. I guess not really GPP. Kind of safe. Sorry, Dolphins defense. Green Bay and Tampa Bay. We have a 55 in Green Bay by 1, so everyone will probably going to be stacking this game for sure. You got Rodgers and Brady. Obviously, Rodgers more upside at 8,400. Usually don't like targeting Tampa versus running backs, but Jones is a running back slash receiver out of the backfield. I get Adams is going to come back, so that might take a couple of his targets. But even when Adams is playing, Aaron Jones still gets a couple targets for sure. So I don't mind going Aaron Jones. Wide receivers, obviously Devontae Adams should be popular. Coming off an injury, hopefully he's okay. Don't mind Evans, Godwin if you want to go that way. Then obviously Tanyan's not bad either. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Let's go plug in a couple guys for you. See what we got, some core players, and see what kind of lineup it makes. Like I said, instead of making a lineup, I would really, like I said, I always recommend it. But game stacking, Houston, Tennessee, game stack, Atlanta, Minnesota. These are all chalky, but Houston, Tennessee, Atlanta, Minnesota, and Denver, Jacksonville, maybe Chicago, Carolina, and obviously Green Bay and Tampa. Those are the main game stacks to look at. So definitely keep that in mind. Let's go look at quarterback. I really don't mind Watson here. I don't think a lot of people are going to go that way. Like I said, straight up, if you're going cash, go with Rodgers for sure. Watson, I'm going that way because of a little bit of ownership leverage, but Rodgers will be probably the highest owned quarterback. And like I said, don't mind Matthew Stafford either. Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, don't mind going a couple of those guys. Let's see here, running back. Obviously, you gotta go Alexander. I'm gonna go these two. They're not the cheapest, but I don't mind going that way. Like I said, other cheap backs that I don't mind is James Robertson, Kareem Hunt's in a pretty good spot as well. David Montgomery, if you want to put him in there. Like I said, you don't have to go Derrick Henry, but I'm just liking them in cash games. Let's go put in one more guy for you. Let's go mid range. Um. All right, there's no mid range guys I like. Let's go put in a tight end for you. Let's go with Jonnu Smith. So let's just see what it brings out with that. That brings out Watson, Montgomery, Alexander, Slayton, which I probably won't have. Brown, Thielen, Jonnu Smith, Henry, Giants. So overall, not too bad. I'd probably take out Darius Slayton here, but besides that, a pretty good core of players that I'm liking. No Green Bay guys in that one. So like I said, probably in a separate stack, I'll probably have Jones, Adams, and Aaron Rodgers, but don't mind a little bit of that Minnesota stack. Like I said, they haven't been that good either, but they do have an offense that could go off against a really bad Atlanta team. And like I said, don't forget about Justin Jefferson if you don't have the money for Thielen. So that's kind of what we got going on. So yeah, that's mostly it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, if you want to get in on the 150 lineups for NFL, would love to have you. Or if you want to get in on just the regular lineups for NFL main slate, let us know as well. Like I said, those are both separate. So just let me know which one you guys want. For the 150, you get 3 slates for the price of one, so you get 400 total lineups in 1 week. We play Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night football. So yeah, why not come join us? We have been doing pretty good. I think win rate's about 75-80% so far, maybe even a little bit higher. We did lose last week because we did stack Buffalo, unfortunately. But besides that, we have been on the positive side. So, like I said, we'd love to have you. And yeah, hopefully, you guys enjoy your weekend. And like I said, probably have a video tomorrow for the Sunday night, and then obviously on Sunday we'll have one for Monday and so on and so forth. So, all right, guys, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, appreciate it. And if you guys are new here, hit that sub button as well. We will be doing NFL the entire year. And then obviously the moneymaker NBA when it does come back later on. So, all right, that is it. Enjoy your guys' the weekend.